We got it covered. Everything sports related. I'ma speak my mind. You can love it or hate it. We got it covered. Everything Lamar. While on the road, Paul, you know who we are. We got it covered. We got it covered.
What is going on? It is your man Hendo here, and welcome back to the Rogue Pod. And once again, I am joined by my semi-part-time, sometimes co-host, man Brodney. How you feeling today, sir?
Not great. You know that. Today is a day of very mixed emotions for me.
Why? It's the weekend. We
Hi, Chocolate Lady Cap.
We get to talk sports. What?
Well, today was a great day because
Right.
we had the Starfield Direct. I don't know how many people in the chat saw that, but it was about an hour-long deep dive into Starfield, which is kind of the next game from the people who made Skyrim. And and that's coming out very soon, and it was amazing. But I'm not feeling great because I start work tomorrow, and I spent the rest of the day setting up my equipment. Do you know what it's like to it's akin to somebody making you build your own jail cell?
No, but I mean, listen, you still have a few hours to relax, get your thoughts together, prepare yourself for the week at hand. Still not feeling it?
Nah. But I appreciate the effort, though.
Yes, sir. You know, I'm always here to make people feel better, give them some entertainment, take their minds away from things going on in life.
Absolutely.
But I have one question for you, Brodney.
Gee, Ray, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
I'm not going to take over one world, and I'm going to take over all the worlds in Starfield on September 6th. They have a ship that looks like Voltron.
Yeah, I saw that. That was kind of hot, even for Xbox. I'll give them that.
And it's free. And PlayStation users, I feel bad for y'all.
Whatever. We don't care. We have our PS5s.
Yeah, that's great. That modern art piece that sits on your desk there. That's cool.
Whatever. What's going on, Brandon? Thank you for stopping by. Baby girl Jasmine, how you doing?
Hello,
Appreciate
Jasmine.
you for rocking with us. Brodney, just always in here trying to steal them
getting them points, man. It's not stealing. It's earning.
Okay, whatever you want to call it. Marcus Payne, what's going on? Chocolate Lady Cab, appreciate you for dropping by. Brandon Bucks in the house. MDT Sports. What you say? What you say, bruh? Listen, I want you to save your apologies for when it's all said and done, when it's all over. Tomorrow night, perhaps we can have a whole listen. If Denver wins the title tomorrow night, we can live stream tomorrow night, and you can give all the apologies. We tried to tell you your man wasn't a superstar, but hey.
How are you gonna live stream tomorrow night? You got a job tomorrow.
After that job.
After 10? Are you crazy?
The finals game is still gonna be going on.
Are you crazy?
A little bit. What's going on, Julian?
What's up, Julian?
Big Reg, you here? I know you handling some stuff, bro. Appreciate you for dropping by. Xavier, what's going on? Well, I mean, we know Denver's gonna win, but there is a possibility. And we'll
having that PTSD. He ain't saying something's over till it's over.
Why we gotta bring that up?
Well, I didn't say anything. I just said you don't declare things over until the fire in the background just looks like an extension of your arm the way you're sitting.
That's right. The teams that I pick are on fire.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they are back in Denver tomorrow.
Yes.
I mean, it really doesn't make a difference whether it's in Denver, it's in Miami, because everybody said, listen, once they get down to the heat and humidity in Miami, Denver's not gonna know what to do. And even with Jokic having a subpar game by his standards, we saw what's happening. What's going on, Jay? Jay, this is not intentional grounding. Intentional grounding is throughout the week.
Intentional grounding is over.
It's not over. It's
It
throughout
is over in its previous form.
in its previous iteration. Got you.
Yes.
This is 1st and 10. Start calling this 1st and 10. It's the beginning of the week. You know what I'm saying? Beginning of the week. Once football starts, it'll be the first action that you get to hear about talking about the game. So, call it that. Hey, what's going on, Jared? Appreciate you dropping by. Agent E. Appreciate you being here. Tonight is not going to be a long stream. It's not really much to talk about. We had to throw some things together. But first, I would like to thank every one of you for helping me get to 1,900 subs. I really do appreciate that.
Congratulations.
It hit me. It hit me right there. It hit me in the feels. Like I'm really humbled and appreciative that you all did that. But now we are on to our next goal, the one that I really want. 1,000 is cool. I love hitting 1,000 subs. It's a mark that not everybody makes, but that 2,000.
It's not really official till you hit the 2, right?
No, I mean, it's official with 1, but I just want 2,000.
Okay.
And I was having a conversation with Dre, and I was letting him know, like, 1,000, yeah, it's good now that you got it. And you're going to be proud of your accomplishment, but you got to get that next goal. Like, once that first goal is hit, it's on to the next one, like my man Jay-Z said. So appreciate you all for helping me get there. And hopefully you can help me get to that 2,000. We are less than 100 away. And I think for the 2,000, one of the patrons said I should do a giveaway, because that's all we do here at our channels. We give back.
Why should you do a giveaway for 2,000? They ain't doing no work.
Yeah, they did. They helped.
They should have a donate-a-thon at 2,000, because you've been putting in that work for all this time.
This is facts.
Now, over on Lunch Break Hot Take, we will do a giveaway because we ain't like my man over here. But
what?
I'm just saying.
What does that mean?
What are you referring to? I'm thirsty.
Okay, so yes, I will be doing a 2,000 sub stream with maybe more than one giveaway. Maybe instead of doing like a really large prize, I'll do some smaller prizes. I don't know. We'll figure all that out. But appreciate you for getting there. This week is the start of mandatory mini camps.
Yay.
Yes, we're closer to real football. And this is the time that people should actually be concerned if certain people don't show up to camp. Now, those voluntary mini camps, I know people say, hey, this guy signed a big contract. This guy's the leader of the team. He should be there. But once again, voluntary means I don't have to do it. I had other things planned, and you just popped this date up out of nowhere and expect me to be somewhere. But this is mandatory mini camps. Players have known about it for weeks. Hopefully they'll get the whole team there. They can get that cohesiveness together, do what they need to do, and march on to that Super Bowl.
I mean, I guess. Honestly, for me, I still don't care if players don't show up to the mandatory mini camps. Like, I understand that it's mandatory, they'll get fined or whatever. But I don't think it's that important in terms of them getting prepped for the season. I think it's training camp and beyond, and that's just because you do want to see Lamar build a little bit of chemistry with those receivers. And if we're not talking about that, I don't even think training camp's that important for vets. That's why you see the older players just sit out, not sign with anyone until after training camp. It's like, I don't need this, for the younger guys for sure. But these mandatory mini camps and whatever.
Yeah, listen, some people make a big deal out of it. I mean, yes, you build the camaraderie with being around your teammates, but it's 3 days, the 13th through the 15th. It's 3 days. So I don't know how much you can get done. You can install game plans. You can go over certain drills. There's a lot of limitations to it. For me, as long as you are there when the season starts, training camp for the most part, yeah, you install certain plays, trick plays, all of that. But it's not a big deal for me. I don't know why people make such a big deal about it. But for you, Brodney, speaking of Jay, thank you for dropping by. Did you hear what he said on the video I put out earlier? He was like, what's with all that TMJ negativity? Because in the last video we did, you spoke about TMJ maybe being a Carolina's version of James Prochet. You kind of correlated James Prochet.
I did not say that he was James Prochet.
You said he was a level above.
Don't put words in my mouth. That's not what I said. I don't remember what I said, but I know I didn't say that. So
What's going on, Yolanda?
no. I compared them in that you hear positives about Terrace Marshall Jr.
All right.
just like you heard positives about James Prochet, and they didn't translate to the season. Because you're hearing very positive things about Terrace right now, but you did also last season, in this time. So it's just you don't listen to the puff pieces in the off season. Right, you gotta see it on the field before you believe it with players who have let you down before.
True. And we've seen enough of Terrace Marshall Jr. to know he's going to let us down once again. Sorry about that. Let's jump into our first topic while you jump off the screen and get yourself together. I know that TMJ talk kind of hurt you a little bit. You had to collect yourself. No, it's not something you were really worried about. No. All right, the first topic of today: unlocking Lamar Jackson. And the reason that I chose this topic was because there have been a bunch of articles and people speaking upon Lamar Jackson. Officially, it's been put out there that he now has the ability to audible at the line of scrimmage during games, something that he was not able to do while Greg Roman was the head coach. I don't understand how you can be an offensive coordinator and think that whatever game plan that you go into a game with is actually going to work, and they're not going to be adjustments by the defensive coordinator where your quarterback has
he doesn't adjust.
Facts.
So if he doesn't adjust, probably other people don't either.
Yeah, there's no probably. Who was it? Willie Snead. Willie Snead came out in the interview and he said, where you have most offensive coordinators that game plan towards specific teams, they go into the week, we're playing this team, this is their strength, this is their weakness, this is what we're going to attack. He said Greg Roman just went in with the same game plan week after week, never any kind of variations from what he was going on. So, so to you, Rodney, with them now letting Lamar audible and also bringing in the offensive weapons that they brought in, do you believe that the Baltimore Ravens have finally shown that they believe in Lamar Jackson as a passer?
No, I think that what they've shown is they were afraid of losing Lamar Jackson. I still don't think that correlates to them just believing in Lamar all of a sudden as a passer. I don't think that they have. I think they believe in him as a player. I don't think that they've ever believed in him as a passer. And even the improvements that they've made to the wide receiver core, and it is improved. Mm-hmm. You still didn't go all out and do the best that you could do. And the same along the offensive line, right? You haven't gone out and done the best that you could do to protect Lamar either. And I think that the reason is that John Harbaugh in particular still believes this is a run first team, and they want Lamar, or he wants Lamar running the ball quite a bit, and he thinks that's where he brings the greatest value.
Can't say that I disagree with you, sir. But I mean, so you're saying they don't get points for attempts like free throws?
I give them credit for going out and getting Odell. They had to pay for Odell. And it wasn't like when you signed Dez and when you signed like Lee Evans and those guys. Like you had to go and give him the money that he wanted to prevent him from even taking that Jets trip. Right, so you get credit for that. You get credit for taking Zay Flowers in the first round. You get pending credits for that. We got to see if he can play.
Yes,
but and they went out and got Nelson Aguilar, who I think is a better version of what they've done in the past. So yeah, there's some credit there, but I'm not giving you like Eagles GM credit where you drafted Devontae Smith and then went out and traded for AJ Brown. I'm not giving you Miami credit where you drafted Jalen Waddle and then went and got Tyreek Hill, or even the Raiders who went out and got Devontae Adams. Like DeAndre Hopkins is still sitting there. You could go get him. They don't seem to be interested.
You're 100% correct. And Yolanda says, I'm just looking for the end game adjustments, which were severely lacking in the prior seasons. True. That is something that I would love to see. I would love to see when teams switch up their game plans, how the offensive coordinator bounces back. I have to give credit where credit is due when it comes to Mike McDonald. I was pretty hard on him last season, but I think towards the latter end of the season, even though they're playing a full-play schedule, I think in certain games he made certain adjustments. We just haven't seen that on the offensive side of the ball.
Would you call him an intern or an apprentice or whatever? Yeah.
A grad assistant.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah. As disrespectful as y'all say I am, I've never said that about a professional coach.
I'm giving him his prop. Why are you turning this into something negative?
I'm making sure that people know why you're going out of your way to give him his props.
That is hurtful. Like, you just go out of your way just to make me just. Okay, so with Todd Monken being brought in as the offensive coordinator, what do you see yardage wise for Lamar? Do you see him going north of 3,500 yards?
Yeah, again, assuming relative health for the season, yes, absolutely. I don't see them running out there with Bateman, Odell, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, and not throwing the ball enough to hit 3,500 yards. And even if he kind of stuck to that, their old ways and didn't throw the ball enough, we've already seen that Lamar is a crazy efficient passer. So
True.
with an upgrade in talent, I think he would hit 3,500 yards regardless.
Yes, I would love for him to break that 4,000 yard mark. It'll shut some people up. It won't shut everyone up. He'll become the third passer to reach 4,000 yards. 4,000 yards as a pass for the Ravens. I think Joe Flacco holds the record with 41-33, and then Vinny Testaverde. So yeah, I want him to kill that narrative that he can't pass. And I think more than I know it's not, but I just think it's on more than Lamar to kind of break that stereotype against him, because they have to put him in the positions to show he is a passer. Even though you see these 4-letter networks, they show highlight films of him just throwing darts.
Mm-hmm.
But people still come in my comments talking about, oh, y'all overpaid for the running back. Oh, look at this guy.
And every stat tells you he is not a good passer, but an elite passer.
Facts.
But some people just they hate Lamar and they're gonna hate Lamar. It's the same thing with Cam. Cam came into the league, no mini camp, no rookie camp, no OTAs, no training camp, and threw for 4,000 yards as a rookie. And people said, "Man, he can't throw."
Yeah. They're always wrong about certain quarterbacks. Jay says, so if Lamar wasn't unlocked after his MVP season, what could he win with him now gaining full control? He can win league MVP and offensive player of the year and Super Bowl MVP, in my opinion. I think he could take every award possible. Listen, we have been offensively deficient for years, since 2019. That was a fluke year, and I know everybody wants to credit Greg Roman with that. I just think that he took the league by surprise with that offense. Nobody knew how to defend it. Plus, we had Hayden Hurst as tight end number 2, and he was a little bit older, crafty to be a rookie. Teams just couldn't defend it, and we saw the next year things went down. I think with this new offense and Lamar given more control, seeing what he did at Louisville, I know Baltimore Ravens going to win the Super Bowl. And this is the first time that I have ever said I honestly believe going into a season that I believe that the Baltimore Ravens are Super Bowl contenders. I've always thought that there was a possibility we could win. Maybe we'll be in the fight, but this is one of the years I think if everything goes our way and we can kind of avoid that injury bug and J.K. Dobbins wants to stay with the team, the Baltimore Ravens will win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, they're my pick for the Super Bowl, and I think that by mid-season, they'll be the favorites to win the Super Bowl unless y'all let DeAndre Hopkins go to Kansas City or Buffalo.
I don't want to do that. Hey, Buck, Lamar's not rushing for 1,000 yards. He's not going to run that much. It's not happening. But yeah, that DeAndre Hopkins thing, bro. Ugh. But speaking,
there go Buck putting unrealistic expectations on my man. He should have 4,000 yards and 1,000 rushing. Why?
Hey, when has Kyler Murray done that?
If you adjust, like if you scale down for his stride length, he probably ran for like 1,500 though.
So disrespectful.
That's not disrespectful.
That's a short joke.
Like, is it?
Yes, this is short
anybody can have short strides. I didn't say anything about his height.
That is so disrespectful, my brother.
No. I'm talking about the number of steps that he takes. And then you equate that to other players. He's probably been over 1,000.
True. Oh, why is this not working?
What are you trying to do?
We got a tip. and for some reason, it is not working. It's not popping up on the screen like it's supposed to.
That's not great.
That is not great at all.
Well, why don't you just read it?
I'm just saying if I could fix it on screen, but it did not fix. But anyway, we got a $20 tip. Appreciate you from Living Energy Drink. It says, thank you for the stream. Much appreciated. Not a problem.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Appreciate it. Now, if you want to be awesome like Living Energy Drink, there is a pinned comment there's a pinned link in the comment section where you can donate to the channel. Help us grow. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. So I don't know, Brady.
What?
Nah, never mind. All right, let's get on to this next topic. Next topic. Yeah, it was something I don't want to say. It's kind of crazy. Anywho, speaking of DeAndre Hopkins and pending free agents, let's go on to the other day while we were streaming. You let me know that the Denver Broncos had signed Frank. Dirty son of a. You let me know that the Denver Broncos signed Frank Clark.
Yeah.
Now with Frank Clark going to Denver and Leonard Floyd going to Buffalo, that kind of leaves the free agent market of pass rushers. It kind of brings it down a little bit. I know Unique Ngakoue is still out there, but for me personally,
Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, I don't look at him as a pass rusher. I look at him as a player, more likely a disruptor, not being someone that's actually going to get sacks.
I was disrespectful about Kyler Murray though, right? Like, man had 9.5 sacks a couple times, so, whatever.
But being a number one overall pick, it was more expected of him. What did he have last year? 3.5 sacks, I believe.
Well, he didn't really play last year though, did
he? He was
chilling.
He was off and on.
He was chilling.
Yeah, he was chilling. But to me personally, do you think that the Baltimore Ravens should go after Chase Young or Danielle Hunter?
I'm glad that we took the time to make sure that we pronounce his name correctly.
Because you have to respect the players, bro.
Yeah, that's why I call him Mitchell Trubisky like he wants.
Tricky Mitch.
See? Disrespectful. If I'm Baltimore, I'm not going after Chase Young. And we've discussed this before offline. I think that Baltimore's not going to be likely to want to pay him what he's I don't want to say what he's worth because he's had some struggles in the league, but what he wants when he hits free agency. I don't think they're going to want to pay that. Danielle Hunter, I think that they can probably get something worked out there. He's approaching 30. Wow.
Right.
You can still tip, Jay.
It's just not coming across the screen.
Goodness. Is that all you're after? Are you not trying to help the channel? Or you just want the recognition?
That's all.
I mean, Jay the 6. There you go. You got it.
You the man.
Make sure you go over to his channel and hit that subscribe button though.
Thanks.
No, but Danielle Hunter, I think that they would be able to get something worked out with him. He's approaching 30, like I said, and I'm sure he wants to be on an actual contender because he's been playing with Kirk for a while. And also, if he's healthy, you know exactly what you're going to get. Chase Young, even when he was healthy, he had 7 sacks his rookie year, I believe it was. And he played well, right? But you don't know what I guess his hypothetical ceiling is. Where Danielle Hunter can take you if he's healthy.
Thanks. Most sacks by the age of 25, 71 sacks throughout his career. I mean, to me, it would be a no-brainer. But everybody believes Odafe and Ojabo, they are going to be the ones that carry this team. But another reason that I wanted to talk about this is because
you need to put the Cash App up on the screen. Because Jay said his PayPal is not working. And he's asking how he can donate.
Oh, I'm sorry. There you go, sir. There you go. It's Cash App right there. Does that make it easier for you? Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, Yolanda. We are going to leave Owe out of this. He's not part of the pass rush conversation. I don't know why. Like, it's Tyus. It's whatever you can get out of Ajabo. And we're talking about who they can bring in to complete that picture because Owe is out of this. That man going to be on special teams.
Owe is no way. But the reason that I wanted to talk about this is because I really wanted the Ravens to get Frank Clark. And like I said before, not just for the regular season. He shows up in the playoffs. And we have a lot of performers on this team that don't show up when it matters most. And I think he's just one of those guys that will kind of help take us over the top. But of course, a lot of people said, of course, the Ravens aren't going to sign him. He's had some issues off the field. So that brought me to morals in sports, especially when it pertains to the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
And
I mean, obviously they weren't going to go after Frank Clark. You saw how they booted Terrell Suggs out of there.
did they boot him? Or did he leave?
They booted him when he was no longer useful on the field. And I think if you apply that retroactively to the multiple accusations of domestic violence from his wife, then you can kind of correlate the two and say zero tolerance.
That is true too. But like I said, all the people that said, well, the Ravens, they have this higher standard that they hold their players to, and it brought me back to the teams held to moral standards, because I remember when the Baltimore Ravens went out and acquired Ryan Grant and then rescinded his contract saying he failed a physical.
Dirtbag Ravens.
When they went out and signed Michael Brockers from the Rams and then canceled his contract, where was the morality there?
Where was the morality when they strong-armed Bart Scott on his $500 signing bonus as an undrafted free agent?
This is
kind of asshole does that.
This is sex. So then it led me down some other things. When we speak of morals and players and how they hold them accountable, I think to George Pickens, because personally, I think if we had George Pickens, certain moves would not have had to been made. We could have gone in another direction. But there are a lot of players that may have had problems in college. You have to realize these are children. Mm-hmm. And to some of you may be peers, but to me, these are children, and they make children mistakes. I'm the big man on campus at a university. I am on television. I can walk by a store and see my jersey in there. Do I make dumb mistakes? Yes, I do. But there are a lot of these players that actually come into the league and have no problems whatsoever. I don't remember George Pickens getting suspended this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember for the Ravens, Bernard Pierce getting a DUI, BK Sams getting a DUI, Alex Collins getting a DUI. Ray Rice slapping somebody up. Y'all didn't know that he was a woman beater when you hired him? When you drafted him? You didn't do your background checks? Find out if he had aggression issues? So for me, is it a thing of morals, or is it a pick and choose kind of thing? Because for me personally, right or wrong, I just think you should go out and get the best players that help your team win. Regardless of, as long as they're not a locker room cancer. As long as they don't cause distractions, they're not doing anything to hurt the team brand. Yeah, George Pickens is a little weird. So what? We need weird.
No, absolutely. And I've had this conversation with Jose multiple times. I say, hey, if you want to ban people who are convicted of domestic violence from the league, go ahead and do it.
Yep.
No issue, right? But you don't want to do that. And somebody's going to trade for Tyreek Hill, right? And also, the NFL should not be in a position to litigate morality. They're not equipped to do it, and it's not in their interest to do it. You know what I mean? So you're not going to get fair rulings on or fair punishments when these kind of things happen, and that's because it's not the NFL's job to be fair in these instances. You have Ezekiel Elliott, who got suspended for, I forget how many games it was. Was it 4 games? For doing absolutely nothing, literally nothing. And in the same division, Josh Brown was a kicker. He had a diary of the years of abuse against his wife, and they gave him 1 game.
Yep.
Ray Rice, we saw a videotape of him knocking his wife out cold and dragging her out of an elevator. He got 2 games. Greg Hardy.
I
don't know, but you see what I'm saying. Michael Pittman, a long time ago for the Bucks, rammed his car into his wife's car while his infant children were in the back seat. He got 2 or 3 games. Right. And it's just not. The league is not in a position to make these moral judgments. They're not in a position to make legal judgments. And so the teams, we shouldn't be looking at the teams to do that either. Like I said, somebody is going to go and sign Tyreek Hill. Somebody's going to go and sign Frank Clark. And if you're Baltimore and you're saying zero tolerance, which we know it's not zero tolerance, you had Terrell Suggs on the team for all that time. But if you're going to pretend it's zero tolerance, all you're doing is hurting yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because even with Tyreek Hill, he got an extension right after that. Ray Rice, if Ray Rice had not have rushed for 380 yards the year prior to him slapping her, he would have still been on the team.
Oh yeah. He was out of the league because he was washed, not because of what he did.
I forgot about the Giants kicker.
I mentioned the Giants kicker.
That was the one. I thought it was another one too. It was the second kicker.
I'm not sure about a second one. I know the one was Josh Brown.
Josh Brown.
He got the 1 game suspension. But yeah, like it's not the league's job, and nor should it be.
Facts. All right, so with all of these free agents that the Baltimore Ravens have passed on, there are still 2 free agents out there that kind of pique my interest, and that is DeAndre Hopkins and Dalvin Cook. Now, the AFC being what it is today, with Aaron Rodgers signing with the Jets last year, Russell Wilson going to the Denver Broncos, the AFC's landscape is changing, and teams are gearing up to win a championship. They're gearing up to fight the Kansas City Chiefs offensively. DeAndre Hopkins just landed in Tennessee today to have a meeting with them. I know that the Patriots are also interested in him. Dalvin Cook has interest from Denver, of course, Miami, and I think the Jets, even though they have Breece Hall, outstanding rookie coming off an injury, they are looking into getting Dalvin Cook as well. Now, while the Ravens stand pat, and I'm not trying to say they haven't done anything this offseason, these other teams are saying, you know what? We have this firepower, but we're not stopping. We need to outscore the Kansas City Chiefs. The Philadelphia Eagles thought in the Super Bowl they had what it took to outscore them. They did not. They put people on offense and defense, and they still couldn't slow them down.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about the landscape of the AFC right now, Bradley?
I'll tell you one thing, and as the Jets don't need another running back at all. that is just silly. But you're absolutely right. It's an arms race, and Baltimore seems to be one team that just can't get that through their head. That if you think you did enough, you need to do more.
Facts. Hey, I'm an offensive guy. I love offense. I love listen. The NFL now is built for offenses. The rules are shifted for teams to score points. We, for some years, were one of the few teams that thought we're going to shut somebody down. We're not shutting anybody down. We can just hope to outscore them and hopefully advance in the playoffs.
Yes.
All right, now we are going to pivot to the NBA, and I have some very good news.
What's that?
Very, very outstanding news. I saw it today. I had to jump up and was like, yes. The Miami Heat mascot is back to work. So for all of you that were concerned, he did a skit with Conor McGregor and somehow got punched a little bit too hard and somehow landed in the hospital. People thought he was going to miss some games. He wasn't going to be there for game 5 of the finals, but they interviewed the mascot, and the mascot said, listen, the Denver Nuggets provide a harder blow than Conor McGregor. So he's back at work.
I feel like that whole thing was a scam. They said he was there promoting a pain spray, pain relief spray, and like I watched it, and like he looked a little excited, but like them outfits are pretty thick. I would think. Like, how'd you get hurt?
All right, I don't know. I just saw him laying on the ground with some BS. There's nothing to it. But whatever. Let's jump into the Denver Nuggets.
Disrespectful. Okay, but that's all right.
Who's disrespectful?
Wait, Jay, what is going on here? Oh man, Jay, listen, it's gonna be tough. I'll read it to you, Jay.
That's why I let the comment alone.
I will read it to you.
I just left the comment alone.
This is gonna be tough. No, we're not gonna leave it alone. Okay. It is $RV as in Victor NSONLINUNGATE KPRS. So you might be thinking, oh, he's just taking out the vowels. Not all of them, though. Not all of them.
I gotta change that tonight. I'm gonna change it because I
Yes,
had to
you
make
do.
it fit. Like
Told you so many times you need to change that. It's
but
so
nobody donated.
unbelievably long.
No one donated through Cash App. That's
I
why I never
wonder
changed
why.
it. Yeah, they probably couldn't find it. Ugh. Oh well. Enough with that. So
I'll put it in the Discord for you, Jay.
yeah. So the Denver Nuggets. Tomorrow is Game 5 of the NBA Finals. After the Denver Nuggets disposed of the Miami Heat, 108-95 the other night, with Jokic only having 23 points. Do you feel like the Nuggets are going to end this series tomorrow night, Rodney?
It's very much over. They're a much better team than Miami. Miami has a lot of role players who played way over their heads to get them to this point, and they're shrinking on the final stage now. So it's done.
So you're saying the 7 undrafted free agents are actually showing they were 7 undrafted free agents?
Yeah, a bit. And it's unfortunate. Everybody loves an underdog story, but the reality is underdogs are underdogs because they're not as good.
Facts.
And usually they're going to lose.
True. Now, the only thing that I want to see is Duncan Robinson mean mugging the Denver Nuggets bench again, like he did in Game 2. Haven't heard much from him since then. He's like, hey, if Austin Reeves can do it, so can I. So yeah, that's all I'm looking forward to. I don't care. I want Jokic to win the title, but I want to see Duncan Robinson mean mugging and showing off like he's somebody and he actually came in the series and did something. 9 points in garbage time. Out of here. All right. So leading up to this, do you think that Nikola Jokic is the best player on the planet? Because this has been a hot topic over the last few weeks.
I think maybe take a tactic from people who like to argue for Jimmy Butler being like a superstar, right?
Mm-hmm.
With nothing to back it up. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it's me, and you can't prove me wrong. You never see me play. So it's this guy right here. Jokic might be number 2. He might be number 3, depending on Victor Wembanyama. See what I'm talking about? You see what I'm saying? Right here. What is that? What do you mean no?
So
he won back-to-back MVPs. He should have been the MVP this year. He's averaging a triple-double in the playoffs, but he's not the best because reasons.
Right. Agent E, I need you to give me the reason why he's not the best player on the planet. Because when Giannis won his 2 MVPs, then he won a title and became Finals MVP. He's the best player on the planet. Why is it not Nikola Jokic? Who is the best? And if I'm wrong, who's the best player on the planet then? You gonna say LeBron? You gonna say KD? Chris Paul? Yeah, I mean, listen. One thing that I feel is a big factor in sports that a lot of people don't think about is availability. And the one thing that happens with Joker is he plays. Giannis, as dominant as he's been, he misses games. So for me, that knocks him down a few pegs. You can be the best player in the world, but if you're not playing, what does it do? And to you, Rodney, Victor Wembanyama, he only scored like 8 points the other day in his championship game, whatever they got going on there. And the
that man thinking about that contract he about to sign. That really don't matter. But the thing that I'm not worried about Giannis's injury so much. That happens to everybody at some point. You can't control that. The thing with Giannis and why he's below Joker at this point is because of his lack of an offensive game. I'm not going to be James Harden and call him a run and dunk merchant, even though that is one of the most hilarious ways I've ever heard somebody describe a dominant NBA player, a run and dunk merchant. He's not that, but he can't shoot. He can't shoot. So despite him being a great defender, what do you mean, wow me? I didn't say that. James Harden said that, Davon. So despite the fact that he's a great defender, he's a very good passer. He can get to the rim almost at will. The fact that defenses can completely ignore him anywhere outside of the paint, kind of, it brings him down. Especially when Jokic is not only great in the paint, great in the post, and all that. He's a pretty decent 3-point shooter as well.
What is he shooting? Like 47% from 3, in the finals.
In the playoffs or in the finals. But
Well,
yeah,
in
in
the playoffs,
the regular season, he's like 35-36%, I believe.
Right.
So.
And then another thing, if everything goes the way that it's been going, Jokic is going to be the first player in NBA history to lead the playoffs in points, rebounds, and assists. When has Giannis ever done that? He hasn't. He did.
Well, I'm guessing this is just context clues, but when you said that Jokic is the only player to have ever done it, I'm guessing that Giannis has not done it.
Brian, you're the only person that listens. All right.
Okay.
Shout out to my man, Mr. J. Appreciate you, bro, for the $10. He says, congratulations on the 1,900 subs. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate your support and you always being there for us. Oh, who we got in the house? What's going on? Over Mike with OTL Mike. Make sure y'all check it out. Indeed. So that's pretty much all I got for the day. You got anything, bro?
Jay, you got more points than that. He's got to update the donation points manually.
Yeah. But as far as that,
it doesn't track that. You're good.
Yeah, it doesn't track that. So yeah, I got to give you your points. It'll come up. Don't worry about it. But yes, sir. 2K next. Hopefully in the near future. Mm-hmm. But once again, that's all I got, Brian. You got anything?
No.
You just want to go off and go back to your video?
Why would I have anything to extend the show?
Because there may be something on your mind that you want to talk about. Oh, I got one more thing. I forgot to do this last show. I forgot to do this last show. And this is for the people out there watching. This is for the people out there watching. I need y'all to tell me, because what is it? Madden came out with their promo video. I know Madden came out with their promo video.
Oh no, I was talking about that. I'm talking about, I see LGR out here streaming the same time as us.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. The war is on, brother. And there's been a lot of back and forth about why you Queen got ran over. Why would you do that and disrespect my man? So of course, Patrick Queen fans, they came back with this video saying, bruh, don't talk that smack until you see it in real life. Now, my thing, it looked like he got ran over again.
Worse than that. Video. Like, whatever. Okay, he brought him down. That's all that really matters, right? He had help, but they brought him down.
They brought him down.
They brought him down. Okay. But what happened a couple plays later is that Josh Allen, quarterback, outran, not just scored, but he outran Patrick Queen into the end zone.
To the corner, yeah, he did.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah. And I think a couple plays before that, he juked him out and just left him diving in the air. Yeah.
All of a sudden, Ravens fans want to act like Patrick Queen is the most best tackler in the league or something. Man, come on, man. It's a video game and a bad one. What do you care?
Right. First of all, what you mean, boy? Hey, Dave, I laugh my butt off. But I mean, listen, they do it every year because the same thing happened with Marlon Humphrey the year before. He got stiff-armed out this world, but he came in and had a great season. Like, this doesn't mean anything. It's no disrespect. I don't know why Ravens fans take everything to be disrespect in this world. And listen, he can be a beast. He can be a prop. He's gone. He's good. He's already priced himself out of Baltimore. And if he takes his game to another level, he's definitely going to have suitors. Listen, Baltimore Ravens North, i.e. the New York Jets, they're going to get him. So they're going to have Pat Queen and CJ Mosley. Then what we're going to do? We got Simpson, and they said he's not ready for prime time just yet, but I guess they're trying to get him up to speed. So I don't know. And Jay, you're going to stop calling my man Dairy Queen. His game has risen. He's playing a lot better. He's on that Luke Kuechly ascension.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Put on the fucking outro, man. Like, we're not doing this. That's why your boy is getting trucked in trailers, because y'all are like this.
Listen, huddle up.
This is complete nonsense.
Listen. So when there was, Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman, You're telling me Patrick Queen is better than Navarro Bowman? Is that what you're trying to
Let
say?
me ask you this: is he even the best Robin in Ravens history?
Ooh, that is a good
Because
question.
I know you love your man Peter Boulware out there.
Ah, bruh, underrated. My man needs more love. I need to make a Peter Boulware video because my man gets no love.
Clearly, Patrick Queen. No,
I be.
no.
We've had our fun. We've had our laughs.
Mm-hmm.
The weekend is just about over.
Wow.
I know, man. That's how I feel. Like, you want to tell the people we got coming up, what we got going on?
Are
You
you
tell people about this?
referring to the August 4th meet and greet for the Ravens Roundup?
Oh, yes, sirs.
Taking place in Columbia, Maryland at Bus Boys and Poets? Is that what you're talking about? Where we're going to have free food, free drinks, music, giveaways, goodie bags, where you're going to get to meet both of us, Jose, OTR, Mike, Coach Evans, and Chris Just Joking from the Deep Cover Pod.
Yes, sir.
And each other. I know that's probably not as enticing, but, you know, it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, you might even see some Suge up there doing karaoke. We don't know. But it is guaranteed to be a good time. I hope to see you all there. Make sure you get your tickets because they are selling out. There is a limited number of tickets available for everyone.
I agree with Agent right now.
Oh, what happened? What I miss?
Put the music on.
He's saying get out of here?
No, you think he's talking about the video with the soul to soul?
I can't. Listen. They demonetized me for that one. I had to delete that. I had to delete that.
I'm not gonna say that our enjoyment of that song is more important than your channel being monetized. I'm gonna let you make your own decision on that.
I mean, I put it out there the first time, even though I knew it was going to happen. Like, can't you be happy? Just go replay that. Okay, here, take this. That's right, eventbrite.com. The roundup, meetup. Make sure you get your tickets because I would like to meet you.
You may have said that's Florida State bias talking about Peter Bull, where like half of the fan base didn't want Patrick Queen the hell off this roster a year ago.
Oh, man. Oh,
man plays one half of a season of good football, and they're like, Patrick Queen to God.
I told y'all he was going to be that dude. Yeah, Jose. He's not even Jamie Sharper.
Right.
Yeah, Jamie Sharper. Oh, his brother Darren. Ugh. Yeah, I think so.
Is he the one?
Yeah, Darren Sharp is.
He's the one.
Yeah, he's that one.
Cause I always get him mixed up with that other safety. Has a kind of a similar name, Darren something. I forget now. Not Woodson, but I don't know. I can't remember now.
He got in trouble too?
No, he didn't. But I always get him mixed up with the one who did.
Oh,
and that's not great.
What's going on, Clyde? He said, "What's Bateman got going on? Nothing. Still rehabbing. Still getting himself together. I don't think that he's
rehabbing them feelings."
That too. That's it. Jason, man, I can't get jiggy with that song. Where's that one? So the Raven visit to the Raven Stadium was big. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Listen, you may see us at the Raven Stadium this season. We may even have some giveaways where you can attend a game with us. It's possible. It depends on you all. It depends on what you all want. Your participation here. So make sure you continue to watch the streams.
I posted a post on our community page over on Lunch Break Hot Take asking what kind of giveaways y'all want for these monthly loyalty point contests. Mm-hmm. If you want team-based stuff, you want gift cards, you want something else, go over there and reply. Let us know.
Right. Because then when you get the prizes that you get, you can't be mad saying I didn't want this. Or this is cool, but when we ask you what you want, you don't reply.
I don't want to hear nothing when y'all get some napkins.
That's going a little too far. Just taking it a little bit.
I said I don't want to hear nothing. So
I'm not going that far. I already know what gift I have in mind. We still got to do the drawing for the super gift. Super gift. I guess I'll get that together.
I thought that we had already.
We haven't decided
what
I haven't
that
decided
was
the month.
going to be.
No, not the gift, the actual month that it's going to be given away.
Gotcha.
So
yeah,
yes,
you need to let me know that.
So yes, if y'all are feeling like this is an appropriate gift for the super gift that I'm giving away for the loyalty points, it's going to be, what is it? The authentic katana sword.
Yes. Don't say authentic. Those cost thousands and thousands of dollars. Semi-authentic. And yes, Jay, if a Panthers fan wins, then it would be Panthers specific.
So Patapsco Flea Market authentic.
Nah.
They have some good stuff
like
at Patapsco Flea Market. Not like that. Step above.
Do they?
Authentic Patapsco Flea Market.
Do they? Because if it was good stuff, would it be in the flea market?
Listen, some people, some vendors actually get some very good things. Not saying that all of them. Some of them actually get some very, very good things.
Okay.
All right, Jason, appreciate you dropping by.
They put them on Amazon and they sell them to respectable customers, not the people who go to the flea market.
All right, B, let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me on Lunch Break Hot Take every Wednesday evening at 7:15 p.m. We do the LBHT show, followed by the Overtime show just for patrons. We also do the Ring Kings podcast, which is our boxing podcast that we do with OTR Mike. We put out videos during the week, and then we stream Saturday evenings after big events. We were streaming this past, I guess it was yesterday. For the Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez. Time is just.
Oh, actually,
it's just running. It was
this morning.
It was. It's all bleeding together, man. But yeah, the Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor fight where Josh Taylor got his ass whooped. All right, it was bad. But if you're not subscribed already, definitely head over there and hit the subscribe button and join us for a late night stream sometime. It's a lot of fun.
Ring Kings, it's right there. It's right there. Make sure you grab Ring Kings merch too. I love it. Just the fit and feel of it. I love
that Egyptian like cotton. You like that?
Egyptian like cotton is the truth.
And you can get that at lbhtshow.com/shop, or you can head over to patreon.com/lbhtshow. Our lowest tier is $5. We have, I believe, 4 tiers now: 5, 10, 20, and $60. The $60 a creator tier. But you can join us in the Discord. And again, we have a lot of fun in there.
Yes, indeed. All day, every day. And Osman, handmade does not kill Bill 2. We will not be getting any handmade swords. No. I don't know a lot of you, and I don't know if a lot of people are responsible enough to be handling handmade, really razor sharp swords. But we're gonna get you some stuff that's good quality, something that you'll appreciate. Yes. Just to show our appreciation for you and everyone else out there that supports our channels. Because like I said before, and I can't say this enough, this is a family and we support each other in all our endeavors. We appreciate you all. And sign up for the Patreon. There is a free trial going on for both channels. Mm-hmm. See if you like it, get in the Discord, hang with us. If you don't like it, no harm, no foul. It's all free. Patreon.com/ROUG, Patreon.com/LBHT show. You get the perks without having to pay. And if you like it, then you just pay. And Jose says it all the time. If you can afford a jumbo Snickers, you can afford to come over and hang out with us. Like after the stream now today, I was thinking about doing Hang with Hendo for the patrons. But Brady looks a little tired, so we might do it tomorrow.
Wow. You're going to do it tomorrow after your other show?
We find a way. If the people want it, we make a way for it. So, yeah, make sure y'all come hang out with us during the show, after the show. I guarantee you it is going to be an outstanding time. Get to know us outside of the sports world. You know, we have channels on how to grow your channel. If you want to become a YouTube creator, a content creator, I have a financial literacy channel where Darrell gives you tips and tricks. He shows you how to sell things online. It is not all just about sports. It doesn't revolve around one topic. We are well-rounded people with well-rounded knowledge, and we try to share everything that we can with y'all. But I appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. And you're going to get hang with him, though. You're going to get it. I just don't know when. Probably tomorrow afternoon, maybe. Maybe tomorrow afternoon. I don't know. But once again, appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. Brady, I appreciate you, my brother. These last couple of weeks, it's just been me and you. It's just been me and you. We've been knocking the videos out. I'm going to lose you tomorrow. Now I got to find somebody else to harass. Yeah. Maybe I'll just go solo. And when anybody can jump on, they jump on. You know?
You sound so sad.
I hate doing shows by myself.
It's
I'm much better.
I'm going to send in my resignation.
No, don't do that. No, don't do that. You haven't even started.
I know.
You haven't even started. But yeah, listen, we've been here 56 minutes. I hadn't planned on being here this long because there really wasn't much to talk about. So make sure that you rock with your boy. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m., myself, Jose Brodney, Chris Just Joking, Open Mic with OTR Mike, and Coach Evans, Sip the Tally. We do the Ravens Roundtable at 9 p.m. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., I release my power rankings. Also, I have intentional grounding every Tuesday. And did I say Friday? Tuesday and Friday, intentional grounding with me. And whomever else decides to join with your boy.
And he's auditioning co-host. So line up.
Facts. And it's patrons. Patrons. My patrons are my co-hosts. So once again, that's another reason for you to sign up. Check it out. Like, you don't even have to sign up. Just go in patreon.com, look at it, see if it fits you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least try. Support the show, support the channel, support my brothers, because this is not easy work. This isn't something that we just get up in front of a camera and just like, oh, blah, 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 blah. We're done. Cut. This takes work. But we appreciate you in any form or fashion that you choose to support us. And for real this time, though, we are out.
We got it covered. Everything sports related. I'ma speak